What does Colby cut? He doesn't cut much.
No.
18 pounds in a day.
He's a company man.
Yeah.
He did that.
Well, he's right there. You know, it's him, and you got Bilal Muhammad. You know, you've got a lot. Khamzat, at 170, he's the motherfucker, right? But it's like, can you be assured that he's going to make 170?
Yeah.
Or here's another possibility. Did the athletic commission him? Did they pull him out when he could have made it because they decided he looked bad? And he's like, yeah, I look bad.
That
but
time
I always
when he missed
look bad.
weight by 9
exactly.
pounds? Yeah.
8 pounds. Yeah.
Right.
But that was New York.
Right.
And they have done things in the past that show to me that they're a little more stringent on their enforcing of certain rules, and you know, they'll stop fights when maybe another commission wouldn't. They won't allow fights to happen if other commissions would. You know, like they're very cautious. So maybe that had something to do with it. You know, that they pulled him because they did make the decision to tell him to stop cutting weight.
He's big.
He's fucking huge.
I remember we saw him backstage in Florida, I think, and he just looked giant.
But the thing is, 85. Now you go from, that's
a big gap.
Right, but I want you to think about it this way. Think about Colby, the size of Colby, and then I want you to think that if the next one up from Colby is Alex Pereira.
That's a big man.
So when you're talking about Khamzat, if Khamzat and Colby fight, that's a fascinating fight.
Yeah.
But if Khamzat fights someone like Paolo Costa,
right,
now you're dealing with a totally different size human.
Different.
It's a totally different size human.
So yeah, Colby.
So as big as Khamzat is, like if he can make that 170, and I don't know that he couldn't have made it. You know, the thing is, like, if they can say you look too sick, you look like shit, but everybody looks like that if they check in on you. If you're going to cut a big weight cut, but if they know how to do it, they do it. And I don't think he missed weight any other time. Google that. Find out if that's correct, because I do not believe he missed weight. I know he fought Gerald Mearshart at 185 pounds, and he knocked him out in one round. He fought Kevin Holland at a catch weight of 180, and the other fights, I believe he made 170. Maybe he had one other fight, 185. I think maybe it was his first fight in the UFC. Might have been 185. But
what? Oh, he fought that. Who was that? Remember, he was talking to Dana.
Yes.
What weight was that?
That was 170.
Okay,
that was the Leech Leon. Yeah, that was wild. You want to talk about like levels above when someone can carry you over to the boss and then fuck you up, talking shit. I kill everyone. I kill everyone. But you're not going to do that to Paolo Costa. That's my point. Right. Like you're talking about a totally different size human being.
I get it. Yeah.
Totally different thing. It's like that gap is too big, in my opinion. I think there's 10 pounds. I think it should be 75, 85, all the way up.
Well, 65?
Yeah.
75, 85?
Yeah, 55, 65, 75. It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you did that, I think you'd have like more reasonable choices that guys would make in terms of cutting weight or in terms of, you know, going up. But ultimately, I really strongly believe that for the health of the fighters and just for the just to really solidify what the sport has the potential to be, people should fight at their actual weight. Yeah, their actual weight.
That's what I was going to say. So if Khamzat can cut all the way down and Colby's more natural, is there an advantage?
There's definitely an advantage, but there's not an advantage in terms of endurance.
Performance, I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, you're a bigger man, but can you perform?
Well, it's questionable. You know what's really questionable? Is paying $70 to ESPN for each UFC pay-per-view. That's $1,400 per year. Hear this. The average Joe will think, this is too good to be true. You can watch all events through iWatchMax.com. But first, you need to qualify. They don't accept anybody. But if you qualify, you will get any sport on the planet, including boxing, NBA, baseball, football, soccer, with access to latest TV and movie shows, too. It's hassle-free and works on all your devices. Simply sign up for iWatch Max, input your credentials on your chosen device, and voila. To get more information, scan this QR code or go to iWatchMax.com/qualify. Right, because we've never seen him fade. He's got incredible endurance because he fought that fight with Gilbert. And
3 rounds.
Yeah, but it was a fucking war.
It was.
That was a wild slobber knocker of a war.
He got hurt.
He did. But Gilbert is a fucking savage, though.
I was disappointed he took that short notice fight, the last one.
We fucked up his shoulder.
And he got hurt.
Yeah, he fucked up his
shoulder. So it's like
early in the fight.
He's such a dog. He wants to compete. I
almost feel like they should have stopped the fight. I think when a fighter literally can't use his arm like that, and you're fighting a guy who's as dangerous as Bilal, like you're going to take shots you shouldn't take. You're going to, you run the real risk of getting extra hurt,
right?
And you could hurt that arm even further to the point where it's not repairable through surgery. Like you got to, I think at a certain point in time, if you literally can't use your arm to throw punches, you probably shouldn't be fighting. And it's a hard pill to swallow,
hard to watch.
But you're probably going to lose anyway because he was so diminished.
It was hard to watch.
It was hard for him to move. You could see like his movement was compromised too. Whatever was fucked up with his shoulder, he couldn't do anything with that left arm.
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets surgery or whatever, rehabs it or gets stem cells and fixes it. But it's that weird thing where maybe he could still win. Maybe he could land the head kick. Maybe he could take him down and get him in a triangle or something like that. You never know. But when it's that bad of an injury, it's not a bad thing to call it.
I think he landed, like late in that fight, he landed a pretty good shot, if I remember right.
He probably like in agony while he's doing something.
Probably.
Like that,
What's your prediction on Leon Colby?
That's a great fight. That's a great fight. Leon is so goddamn
you want me to tell you what's going to happen?
On the feet. Tell me.
Colby.
Yeah, well, you're his friend. Listen, Leon's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kamaru couldn't take him down in the last fight, that was a big deal.
Yeah, but, okay, so how about this? So Kamaru gets KO'd.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously gives Leon confidence, but
for sure.
Also, no matter who wants to admit it, that has to affect the confidence of Kamaru.
He's a human being. He's a human being.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, that is such a crazy that one moment, the fight was pretty much over. That one shot changed the trajectory of everything.
Yep. And it changed the way Kamaru fought in the second fight. He was a little bit more cautious.
And Leon was at home. He had more confidence.
Yep.
He was like, I don't know. I just was thinking that one kick, changes everything.
Well, that's a guy like Leon. Like you can never, that was the 5th round that he landed that.
Wasn't it late?
It was late in the 5th round. I believe there was only like a minute left to go in the fight or something crazy like that. But the thing about Leon is you can never sleep. He's so sharp. His striking, like he's one of the most impressive guys I've ever seen hit the pads.
Yeah, but the pressure of Colby, come on now.
Yeah. No, it's incredible pressure. But
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Because
also the cardio of Colby's off the charts.
Leon did do better than I thought he would at combating the wrestling, the takedowns. So he has improved there.
Yeah.
So we'll see how Colby can mix that.